January 1975, UCLA Medical Center. John Wayne is waiting for his cancer checkup. An 8-year-old boy sits in the corner with a coloring book. Wayne is bored, so he walks over and asks if he can join. What happens next is spontaneous, a drawing session, a photograph. And years later, an engineer who never forgot the stranger who saw him. Here is the story. The waiting room is quiet, too quiet. John Wayne hates waiting rooms. The silence, the antiseptic smell, the magazines nobody reads, the clock that moves too slowly. It's January 1975. Wayne is here for a routine cancer checkup, follow-up from surgery years ago. Every 6 months he does this. Check-in, wait, blood work, wait, doctor visit, more waiting. He's not alone. His assistant Richard is with him. Been working for Wayne 8 years. Handles scheduling, drives, deals with paperwork. Good man. Quiet. Doesn't hover. They've been waiting 20 minutes. Richard reads a newspaper. Wayne stares at the wall, shifts in his chair. Everything in hospitals is uncomfortable. The waiting, the uncertainty, the boredom. Then Wayne notices something. In the corner of the room there's a small table. Simple table, nothing fancy. And sitting at it is a boy, maybe 8 years old, dark hair, small for his age. He has a coloring book open in front of him, box of crayons scattered across the table. He's coloring carefully, tongue sticking out slightly, concentrating. Wayne watches him for a moment. The kid is alone, no parent, no adult, just sitting there coloring at a corner table while the world moves around him. Wayne stands, walks over. The boy doesn't look up, still focused on his coloring book. "Hey there, what you working on?" The boy looks up, sees an old man, doesn't recognize him, just another adult. "Coloring. I can see that. Mind if I join you?" The boy shrugs. "Okay." Wayne pulls a chair from nearby, sits down next to the boy, looks at the coloring book. The page shows a horse, a barn, some trees. The boy is coloring the horse brown, very carefully, staying inside the lines. "That's pretty good. You like horses?" "I guess." "You ever been on one?" The boy shakes his head, keeps coloring. Wayne leans back slightly, still bored, still waiting. But at least now he has something to do, talk to a kid, better than staring at walls. "What's your name?" "Miguel." "I'm Duke. Who are you waiting for?" "My dad." Wayne nods. "Where's he at?" "Working. He's a janitor here." That explains it. The kid waits here while his dad finishes his shift. Probably can't afford childcare. Probably been doing this for a while. "What about your mom? She working too?" Miguel keeps coloring. His voice is matter of fact. No emotion, just stating a fact. "She died 2 years ago." Wayne goes still for a moment, looks at the boy. 8 years old, lost his mother at 6, sitting alone in a hospital waiting room coloring horses while his father mops floors somewhere in this building. Wayne doesn't say he's sorry, doesn't offer empty words, just nods. "That's tough." Miguel shrugs, keeps coloring. Wayne looks at the crayons on the table. "You mind if I draw something?" "Okay." Miguel tears out a blank page from the back of his coloring book, hands it to Wayne with a brown crayon. Wayne takes it. Hasn't drawn anything in 40 years, but how hard can it be? He starts sketching. Simple lines: hat, face, gun belt, boots. Takes him 3 minutes. It's crude, basic, but recognizable. He hands it to Miguel. The boy studies it. "That's a cowboy." "Yep, used to draw them when I was your age." "It's good." "Thanks. Your turn. Draw me something." Miguel flips to a new page, starts drawing a horse. Wayne watches. The kid has steady hands, good focus. They sit there drawing together, passing crayons back and forth. Wayne draws a barn. Miguel adds a sun. Wayne adds clouds. They don't talk much, just draw. Before we continue, quick question. Tell me where you watch from. Let's see which state has the most Duke fans." They draw for another 20 minutes. Wayne finds himself enjoying the conversation. Miguel talks about school, about his favorite subject, math, about a teacher he likes, about a dog he saw on the street yesterday. Simple things, kid things. But there's something about it. The way Miguel talks. No filter, no pretense. Just honest observations about the world. Wayne likes that. The kid's easy to talk to. No pressure, no expectations. Just two people drawing horses and talking about nothing important. Richard watches from across the room, smiles slightly. Duke sitting at a corner table drawing with an 8-year-old. Never thought he'd see that. He reaches into his bag, pulls out his camera, small 35mm. He carries it sometimes for documentation, meetings, events. He stands up, walks over quietly. Wayne looks up, sees the camera. "Richard, what are you doing?" "Getting a photo. You and the kid. Thought it was worth capturing." Wayne turns to Miguel, points at the camera. "Hey, look up here for a second." Miguel looks at the camera, doesn't smile, just looks. Crayon still in his hand. Click. Richard snaps the photo, winds the film. "Got it." Wayne shakes his head. "You and your camera. Someone's got to document your life. Might as well be me." A nurse appears in the doorway. "Mr. Wayne, doctor's ready for you." Wayne stands, looks down at Miguel. "Gotta go, partner. Doc's calling." Miguel nods, goes back to his coloring book. Wayne walks toward the exam rooms. Richard follows. The camera goes back in the bag. An hour later, Wayne finishes his checkup. Everything's fine, blood work good, no new concerns. Doctor says keep doing what he's doing. Come back in 6 months. Wayne and Richard walk through the hospital corridors toward the exit. They pass through the main lobby. Wayne glances toward the waiting room. The corner table is empty now, coloring book gone. Then Wayne sees them. Outside the main entrance, Miguel walking with a man, 40s, janitor's uniform, dark blue, name tag, tired face. The man has his hand on Miguel's shoulder. They're heading toward the parking lot. Wayne stops. "Richard, hold up a second." He walks outside, catches up to them. "Excuse me." The man turns, sees John Wayne. His eyes widen. "Mr. Wayne?" "Yeah, your son?" The man looks at Miguel, then back at Wayne. "Yes, sir. Is everything okay?" "Yeah, everything's fine. We were drawing in there earlier. Good kid you've got." The man relaxes slightly. "Thank you, sir." Wayne reaches into his jacket, pulls out a business card, his office address, phone number, hands it to the man. "My assistant took a photo of us drawing. Figured you might want a copy. When you get some time, stop by my office. We'll have it ready for you." The man takes the card, looks at it. "Sir, that's very kind, thank you." "No problem. Give it a week or so. Film needs to get developed. But stop by whenever you can." Wayne tips his head slightly, turns to Miguel. "See you around, partner." Miguel waves. Wayne walks back to Richard. They head to the car. The man stands there, holding the business card. Miguel tugs his sleeve. "Who was that?" "That was John Wayne, mijo." "Who's John Wayne?" His father smiles, shakes his head. "I'll explain on the way home." 2 weeks pass. The man takes his first day off in 3 months. Sunday. He looks at the business card. It's just a photo. Go get it. He drives to the address on the card. Newport Beach, nice area. The building is professional, clean. A receptionist sits at the front desk. "Can I help you?" "Yes, John Wayne told me to stop by. About a photo?" The receptionist checks something, picks up a phone. "Richard, there's a gentleman here about a photo." Pause. "Okay." She hangs up. "He'll be right out." Richard appears 2 minutes later. "You're Miguel's father?" "Yes, sir, Carlos." "Come with me." Carlos follows Richard to a small office. Richard opens a desk drawer, pulls out an envelope. Inside is the developed photo, black and white. Miguel and John Wayne sitting at a table, both holding crayons, both focused on their drawings, natural, unstaged. Carlos looks at it. His son sitting with one of the biggest movie stars in the world, drawing horses like it was nothing.
That's a good photo.
Richard smiles. It is. Duke wanted you to have it. He pulls out another envelope, thicker. There's something else. Carlos takes it, opens it. Inside are papers, legal documents, a letter. Richard speaks while Carlos reads. Duke set up an education fund for your son. It'll cover his schooling through high school, books, supplies, tuition. Whatever he needs, it's already established. You don't have to do anything except let us know when expenses come up. Carlos looks up. His hands shake slightly. Sir, I can't accept this. It's too much. It's from Duke. When Duke offers something, you don't turn it down. Trust me on that. But why? He barely knows Miguel. Richard leans against the desk. You know what Duke said after that appointment? He said, that kid lost his mother and sits alone in a hospital every day while his father works. That's the kind of family I want to help. That's it. No big reason. He just liked your kid. Carlos's eyes fill. He looks at the photo again, at his son, at John Wayne leaning over with a crayon in his hand. Please tell Mr. Wayne, thank you. Thank you so much. I will. Richard stands, hands Carlos another card. This is where you'll need to go for the paperwork. Just some forms to fill out, nothing complicated. They're expecting you. Carlos takes the card, takes the photo, takes the documents, drives home with tears in his eyes. Years pass. Miguel uses the fund, new school supplies every year, better opportunities, tutoring when he needs it, everything his father couldn't afford before. He finishes high school near the top of his class, earns scholarships for college, studies engineering, graduates, gets a good job. He keeps the photo, frames it, hangs it in his office. People ask about it sometimes. Is that John Wayne? Yeah. How'd you meet him? He sat down at my table in a hospital. We drew horses. They think he's joking. Miguel doesn't elaborate. The story isn't for strangers. It's for him. A reminder that life can change in 20 minutes, that a stranger can see you when you're invisible, that kindness doesn't announce itself. It just sits down and asks if it can draw. Here's what that story teaches us. Life is full of unexpected moments. A stranger sits down at your table, asks if he can join. You don't know it yet, but that moment changes everything. Not because of grand gestures, not because of announcements or publicity, but because someone saw you, someone cared, someone helped. That's how it used to be. People helped quietly. No cameras, no social media posts, no need for recognition. Just one person seeing another person and deciding to do something kind, something simple, something that costs nothing but time and attention. We've lost that. Somewhere along the way we decided that kindness only counts if everyone sees it, that helping others is a performance, that generosity needs an audience. But John Wayne sitting at a corner table with an 8-year-old? That wasn't a performance. That was a man who was bored, who saw a kid drawing alone, who pulled up a chair and spent 20 minutes passing crayons back and forth. And somehow those 20 minutes became an education, became a career, became a life. That's the world we need to remember. The world where a janitor's son can meet a movie star, and the movie star just draws horses. No fanfare, no cameras, just two people sharing a moment. That's the beauty of the old days. Not that they were perfect, but that they understood something we've forgotten. That the smallest acts of kindness are the ones that matter most. That real generosity doesn't need witnesses. That helping someone isn't about what you get. It's about what they need. John Wayne could have walked past that corner table, could have stayed in his chair staring at the wall, could have ignored the 8-year-old with the coloring book. Nobody would have blamed him. Nobody would have known. But he didn't. He pulled up a chair. He drew horses. He took a photo. He set up a fund. and he never mentioned it again. That's character. That's the man we remember. That's the world we're trying to get back to. And by the way, most of you watch these stories but forget to subscribe. If you want to hear more stories about the Duke and the values he stood for, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can keep sharing the American legend together. As you know, they don't make men like John Wayne anymore.